Thank you. Time now for our financial focus, and analyst Steve Budin, of course, joins me here now. We're talking about, there it is, hello, we're talking about the Federal Reserve. This is something you've been talking about for a while, rates likely to go up. And why do people care? Yeah,
you should care if you have any outstanding debt. If you have credit card balance, maybe an adjustable rate mortgage. The Federal Reserve is meeting this week. They control and set interest rate policy on the short-term side. We're expecting a 0.25% increase. We're expecting them to do this 2 or 3 times this year. So just be prepared when you get your credit card bill. You might see an increase real quickly.
All right, moving on here. This is really interesting. Walmart and this new partnership deal, it's all about sort of competing against Amazon, but the consumer winds up winning, which I know you're a big advocate of why the private market works, right? So what's going on with Walmart?
I think you're the big winner in this one.
Okay.
Walmart is partnering up with a private company called Handy's, and what they're going to do is, if you buy a TV or some furniture, you could pay an extra fee, and they will come up and install it and assemble it for you.
There we go. Especially nowadays, although when everyone's buying these great big TVs, they're installing them sort of on the wall. You got to put the the wires behind the wall. That whole thing. I don't know how to do it. I have to be honest. I'm going to confess here. I'm going to confess. Okay.
I'm not surprised. But you get those assembly kits, and they have those little Allen wrenches in there, and it gets all confusing.
Right.
So they're taking one less headache off the plate. But this is clearly to compete with Amazon, who doesn't have this yet. But that should come, and competition is great for the consumer.
Yeah, and hopefully the pricing then will also follow as far as being competitive. Moving on here, this has also been in the news. We've been talking about this a lot, and Facebook and websites and personal data. A lot of it is happening right now, and you're saying this is more evidence that you got to be careful about what you sign on for, especially when you're on Facebook.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you see congressional hearings after this. With the controversy with Facebook and the political campaigns and what they're doing with data and who's selling what or who's having access to what, you'll have some hearings over this. This is pretty severe.
Yeah, and this isn't a breach we're talking about. This is something where we're saying as many as the data of some 50 million Facebook users has been sort of mined for potentially political and also business purposes.
Yeah, be careful. You go onto these websites and you're offered a free survey or nothing's free. If you're not buying a product, you're the product. Your personal information is the product. So just be careful. You read and you click those accept terms really quickly. Read through those. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be on Facebook, but you might be able to change your privacy settings. But in all of these websites you go onto and you register for, just be careful because your data is being sold and transferred to folks that, will use it for other reasons.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. We were talking about that before the broadcast. You said if you're not paying for goods or services, chances are you are the goods or services. And here's a case where Facebook, and not directly through Facebook, but another company was sort of using people's personal information.
Yeah, I was reading some reports over the weekend, and they were saying that, they're getting really good at, you might be a 45-year-old male who likes to play golf. Well, they can mine that data and find out on your Facebook friends and your LinkedIn and all these other things who's like you. And that data is priceless for merchants.
Yeah.
So just be careful.
It seems like we're sliding more and more towards a day and age where there's no such thing as privacy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's sort of where we're going.
Yeah.
All right. He is Steve Budin. Of course, thank you as always for your time. I appreciate it. We'll be right back.